Okay, so this is Quiz 4 Study Guide. This is all the problems and the solutions. So the first three problems are a review from last week. May have even been 2 weeks ago. On your number line, you got E, F, and G. E to F is 6x plus 15. F to G is 26. E to G is 89. It says find the value of x. Alright, so you're trying to figure out what x equals. So look, this is the segment addition postulate. This piece of the segment plus this piece of the segment equals the entire segment, doesn't it? Okay, so here's how you set up this problem. You take 6x plus 15. You add 26 to it. And what does that have to equal? 89. Now you can combine like terms. So 6x plus 15 plus 26. That'd be 36 and 5 more. 41 equals 89. Subtract 41 from each side. 6x equals 48. Divide each side by 6. X equals 8. Number 2. E, F, and G again on this on these segments. E to F is 2x minus 11. F to G is 3x minus 16. And E to G is 23. It's the same type of problem, isn't it? So you take, look, don't the two segments up top have to equal the 23? All right, so I'm going to take a little shortcut here. What is 2x plus 3x? That's 5x. You got negative 11 in your calculator, if you got one. Some of you guys haven't even gotten a damn calculator yet. 11 negative plus 16 negative equals, look, this negative 11 minus the 16 is equal to negative 27. All right, and that's got to be equal to the 23. So you would add 27 to each side. 5x equals 50 and divide by 5. So x is equal to 10. Now the question was, find the value of x, EF, and F to G. So we got x, that's equal to 10. E to F. To find E to F, we replace this x with a 10, right? So right up here we go 2 times 10 minus 11. What's 2 times 10? 20 minus 11? 9. So E to F is 9. F to G, you replace, again, 3 times 10 minus 16. And what's 3 times 10? Minus 16. That's 14. So F to G is equal to 14. Number 3. Same segment again, E, F, and G. Question says that E to G is 15. F is 2/5 of the way between E and G. F is 2/5 of the way between E and G. So to find 2/5 of E to G, take your calculator and multiply 2/5 times 15. And you push 2 fraction button 5 times 15. Okay, look, you multiply 2/5 times 15, and that equals 6. So E to F is 6. The question is to find the value of F to G. You're looking for the length of this segment right here. So what's F to G going to be equal to? 9. And how'd you find that?
Subtracting
15 minus 6 equals 9. There's your answer. Number 4. I don't know if you need, you might as well. P, Q, R, S, T. Number 4 says, judging by appearance, name, and acute. Obtuse. And a right angle. Name and acute, and obtuse, and a right angle. Let's start with the acute. Anybody want to pick an acute angle? Yes, ma'am. Q, P to T. Perfect. Q, P, T. Vertex is always the middle letter. How about an obtuse angle? Yes, sir.
SRQ.
SRQ, good. Greater than 90, less than 180. SRQ, right there. And how about a right angle up there on that wall? Yes, ma'am. Say again. Well, you volunteered. Don't get mad at me.
Well, no, I'm not getting mad. Oh, okay.
Name an angle. You use 3 letters with the vertex in the middle.
Okay, so
STP. Very good. STP. All right, right there. Number 5 is one of those protractor problems that I went over already. So let's put 5 here. We're going to say protractor. All right, let's do this real quick. Let's say you got a protractor. Okay? You got an angle. Let's say the protractor goes through 60 on this side. This number is 60. And it goes through 120 on this side. And let's call it ABC. So the measure of angle ABC would be equal to, anybody remember what I said to do? Yes, sir. Find the two corresponding numbers on the protractor, and you subtract them. You always want to take biggest minus smaller one, so that you get a positive. All right, so in this case, you would do 120 minus 60. And what's 120 minus 60 equal? 60, good. So that angle would measure 60 degrees. Here, where it says, where I wrote protractor problem, write subtract the coordinates. Just subtract the coordinates. Number 6, you got a picture here. It looks like this. It's like a big kite. Question says angle DEF is congruent to blank. DEF is congruent to blank. Everybody see DEF? D to E to F. What angle is that congruent to? Say again. DGF, very good, DGF. Because they both have 2 arc marks, right? Let's do one more. Angle, let's go, FDG is congruent to. FDG, what's that congruent to? Yes, sir. FDE, good. Okay, number 7. So I'm going to put here 6 and 7. Both problems are pretty much the same. Number 8. You got ABC. And this is O. The vertex is at O. Okay, look, it says if angle AOC, the big angle, this right here, is 85 degrees. BOC is 2x plus 10. BOC, 2x plus 10. AOB. AOB is 4x minus 15. Find the degree measure of angle, so you need to find angle BOC and angle AOB. Okay, remember when we did the segments? And the two smaller segments added together equaled the whole segment? Does that hold true here? Doesn't this angle right here plus this angle right here equal the entire angle? Okay, so let's take 4x plus 2x. What does that equal? 6x. You got negative 15 plus 10. So negative 5. And what does that got to equal? 85. So you can add 5 to each side. 6x equals 90. And divide by 6. X equals 15. So to find BOC, we're going to do 2 times 15 plus 10. And what's 2 times 15?
30.
Plus 10?
40.
40. All right. So BOC is 40 degrees. Now, if this angle right here is 40 degrees and the big angle is 85, what's the other angle going to be? A little louder? 45. Good. You don't have to do any math other than that. So there you go. AOB is 45. Number 9. E, F, G, O, E, F, G, and O. EOF is 38 degrees. FOG is 26 degrees. What is the measure of EOG, the big angle? That's a tough one, isn't it?
64.
Did you add 38 plus 26? All right, so to find this angle, you would say 26 plus 38 equals 64? Good, so 64 degrees right here. EOG is equal to 64. Number 10. T, Q, R, and S. T, Q, R, and S. SQ bisects TSR. What does bisect mean? What does bisect mean? Yes. Cuts it in half, doesn't it? So doesn't it mean that this angle is congruent to this angle? RSQ equals 4x minus 3. Write an expression for angle RST. Write an expression for angle RST. Remember what an expression is? It's a math problem with no equal sign in it. So if this is all you know in this picture, how can you write an expression to represent this angle measure? Yes, sir.
Multiply both numbers by 8 to 8x minus 6.
Wouldn't you just multiply one of the angles times 2? All right, so here's your expression. It could be 2 times 4x minus 3, right? Or, like you said, 2 times 4x is 8x, and 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So there's your expression. Number 11, MO bisects LMN. Let's see. MO bisects LMN. So if MO is the bisector of the big angle, then the two smaller angles on the right and left are equal to each other. LMO equals 7x minus 24. NMO. NMO equals 2x plus 31. Find LMN. So you're looking for the measure of angle LMN. So if MO is a bisector, then doesn't 7x minus 24 equal 2x plus 31? Subtract 2x from each side. And 5x minus 24 equals 31. Add 24 to each side. Five x equals 55. Divide both sides by 5. X is equal to 11. So you're going to substitute to find LMN. Where's LMN? Okay. LMN is the whole angle, right? So you can take 7 times 11, subtract 24 from it, and it will give you this angle right here. What's 7 times 11? 77 minus 24? 53. All right, so this side is 53. This side is 53. So what's the measure of LMN? 106. Very good. All right, we got 2 left. 12. Same drawing, LMN again. MO bisects the big angle. So the angles on the left and right, the smaller angles on the left and right are equal to each other. LMN. Okay, so this time they give you the big angle. The big angle is equal to 6x minus 24. LMO is equal to x plus 38. Find the measure. We need the, let's go up here. We need the measure of angle NMO. So we need this angle right in here. Remember a couple of problems ago when you wrote an expression to find the big angle? Anybody remember that? It said to write an expression that represents the big angle. Wasn't it 2 times one of the little angles equals the big angle? Because they're congruent to each other. So here's your setup. You got 2 times x plus 38 equals 6x minus 24. Remember the distributive property? 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 38, 76, equals 6x minus 24. Subtract 2x from each side. So 76 equals 4x minus 24. Add 24 to each side. $76 plus 24, 100. And then divide by 4. So what does x equal? 25. If x equals 25 and you need NMO, you substitute it right here. So you do 25 plus 38 equals 63 degrees. So if this side is 63 degrees, then this side is 63 degrees. All right, last one. Everybody got that written down? Find the distance. From R, which is at 5, -1, to U, which is at 1, 7. 5, -1, 1, 7. All right. So we plot it first on the coordinate plane. R is at 5, so 5, -1 is about here. 1, 7 is about there. There's your 1, 7. We're looking for the length of this segment. Who can tell me what to do next? Exactly, turn it into a right triangle. So we're going to bring down this vertical. And then we're going to connect it over here to 5, negative 1. And we're going to make it a right angle. So let's get some dimensions in here. What is our vertical leg? It goes from 7 all the way down to negative 1. How many units is that? From 7 to negative 1. From 7 to 0 is how many?
7,
And you go down one more.
8,
8. Our horizontal leg goes from 1 to 5. What's that length? 4. Good. Uncle Pythagoras says that 8 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared, which this is our side C. So hit it in the calculator. 8 squared plus 4 squared, that's 64 plus 16. 80 equals c squared. And what do we do next? Push that there square root button on your calculator. What does it say? 8.9? 8.9 is how far it is from 1, 7 to 5, negative 1. That concludes study guide number 4.